are some of the challenges you face when you've dealt with like high volumes of data, and how have you overcome them?
Yeah, so let me start with just the amount of data we're dealing with, right? So for example, in healthcare in our system, by I don't know, I'm relying on some estimates that may have changed because it's changing every minute as we speak. We're talking, terabytes and petabytes of data, right? Which many analytics people don't know what that really is, but but it's an extreme amount of information that is just growing leaps and bounds. So you know 745 million floppy disks, as I tell people, right, or 1.5 million CD-ROMs is really what we're dealing with in healthcare, with about 25,000 petabytes of data. Right now, obviously, we don't touch all of it in the same stretch, but a subset of that amount is still a big amount, right? So the first thing for us is obviously the extensive amount of information that shows up. Now, it would be great if all that information showed up and just talked to each other, but that is not how it presents, right? As we know, and some of it is structured and has a definite dictionary where you can fit things in. Some of it is unstructured. In fact, 80% of it is unstructured, right? And that includes numbers that just aren't organized to be able to do anything with. But then it also includes increasingly with social media, text inputs. It includes, images. It includes audio. It includes all kinds of information that is really, as we go into AI and some of, the LLMs and multimodal LLMs and all of that, and where we're going with it, all of that is going to be required to be integrated to deliver an appropriate inference, because otherwise all you're looking at is only one piece of the pie, right? So that's another challenge. And the pace at which it's coming at us is just incredible, right? And this affects me every single day on the business, as I'm sure it does other people in your audience. We're in a streaming world, right? Which means we have to have knowledge on the go. So if you envision, the analogy I always use is a funnel, and what's happened to the traditional funnel is the mouth of the funnel has really, really expanded to a great degree. So there's a lot going in. And, the spout of the funnel and what's coming back has shrunk. So we have to deal with a lot more, but deliver it in a lot less time and very, very efficiently and on the go. That is the other challenge. And finally, data, as we get into structured and unstructured, it's just by nature it's full of uncertainties, right? But the business expects you to deliver very reliable and predictable information, right? So the inherent nature of the uncertainty in the data, when you combine it with the amount of it, the speed at which it's coming, and the types of data that you're dealing with, that's a huge problem, right? So data used to be, I vaguely remember going back, and I'm dating myself, but it used to be all about detection, right? If we got 30 or 30 plus sample points, we were like really excited to do an analytics problem, not very far back. But now it's a problem of not of detection and finding data. It's more a problem of curation and organizing data, and really making the decision, what is the data that is really necessary to solve a business problem, right? So that is what I would tell you is the biggest challenge. And so the way you solve it is really to go and pay more attention to curation, and how that curation will require appropriate cleaning steps. How do you transform all of that clean data into usable insight to deliver impact? And that's where storytelling and those elements come in as well.
Yeah, no, I think I'll see, again, speaking to many leaders, data quality is a massive challenge for businesses. And also, you've had the boom last year, so it's creating more unstructured data for you. So it's,
Yeah.
more work. And then I guess that's why you see the massive increase in like data engineering now. There's a lot more, obviously, from our side of the view, there's a lot more opportunities in that field, because before it's all about data scientists will go and create models, but actually it's got to go back a few steps to actually get the improved data quality.
Yep. And data quality, I'm so happy you brought that up, because data quality for most analytics professionals before used to be a very passive engagement, right? Because that was just assumed, and you went and dipped your, started delving into the analytics process. But, and I'll come back to this at some point, but the fact that analytics is now a journey means the analytics professional needs to be as well versed and immersed in the structure of data, the environment of data, the lineage of data, and all of those components, because if a journey is fluid and continuous, all of those dimensions matter to quality that you are going to deliver to an end user, right? So I think it's a very important point.